It's 2:30 a.m., June 6, 1944. Major Werner Pluskat sits alone in his concrete bunker high above Omaha Beach. The cold Atlantic wind seeps through cracks in the walls, brushing against his face, carrying the distant, restless roar of the sea. For months, he has stared at this horizon, imagining the day the Allies might come. Tonight, the air feels different. Thicker. He can sense it in his chest, a pressure he has never known before. His orders are absolute. If the Allies land, they must be stopped here. The road to Paris cannot be allowed to open. At 3 a.m., the phone rings. His regimental commander's voice is tense, clipped, like the crack of a whip. Pluskat scans the darkness again. Nothing. Fog and waves stretching endlessly. He hangs up and returns to his scope, but unease gnaws at him. His crews are in position, 155mm guns loaded and ready, ammunition stacked high, mines and obstacles bristling across the beach like jagged teeth. Every inch of this place has been prepared. Yet, waiting feels heavier than battle itself. Every shadow, every wave, makes him jump. Then, faint at first, a low mechanical growl rises over the water. Engines. Hundreds of them, then thousands, the sound swelling into a deafening roar. He presses his face to the observation slit. Parachutes burst above the waves, blooming like ghostly white flowers in the night, drifting silently to the earth. Alarm rises in his chest. His artillery crews scramble, but the order is absolute: the beach is the target. The paratroopers, landing behind the lines, seize bridges and roads beyond his reach. Already, the invasion has outflanked him. By 5:30 a.m., pale dawn spreads across the water. Pluskat lifts his scope and freezes. An armada stretches from left to right, endless, unbroken, battleships, cruisers, destroyers, transports, silhouetted against the lightning sky. His hand shakes as he reaches for the phone. Static, then his commander's voice. But before he can respond, the world detonates. The first salvo from Allied naval guns tears through the morning air. Concrete shakes. Dust and fragments explode into the bunker. Pluskat hits the floor instinctively, ears ringing. His guns fire back, shells arcing into the distant fleet, but for every shot he sends, dozens return. Around him, German positions erupt in fire and smoke. Fountains of dirt and steel mark where men and equipment are torn apart. Fear gnaws at him as he watches men he has known for months fall to the onslaught. At 6:30 a.m., the landing craft appear, hundreds of them, churning across the water in relentless waves. His gunners open fire. Shells splash around the craft, sending fragments of wood and metal into the air. One hits directly, flames explode, a human scream is swallowed in the inferno, but for every craft destroyed, 10 more surge forward. The obstacles, mines, steel hedgehogs, barbed stakes, claim some, slow others, but the Americans keep coming, splashing through chest-deep water, weapons in hand, fearless. The MG-42 positions scream from the cliffs above, tearing the air in shredding bursts. Tracer lines rake across the surf, scattering the first waves, yet the soldiers advance, crawling, diving, regrouping. More landing craft grind onto the sand, tanks crawl toward the shingle, some bogged down, others inching forward. Engineers dash forward with explosives, cutting paths through steel obstacles under a hail of bullets. Pluskat's guns slam into the beach, blasting sand and debris skyward, reducing equipment and men to fragments. Naval fire becomes surgical. Shells impact closer and closer. Concrete splinters fly through his bunker. Smoke curls through new cracks. The walls groan, threatening collapse. By 7 a.m., he can count only 4 of his original 6 guns still operational. His ammunition is running low, panic rising in every heartbeat. The paratroopers are reporting their gains behind the line, cutting off retreat, sealing his men into a shrinking pocket. Every phone call brings bad news, then static, then silence. By 7:30 a.m., the Americans are pushing up the draws, grenades and satchel charges in hand, eliminating strong points one by one. Pluskat's mind races. His men fire desperately, but they are outnumbered, surrounded, under constant bombardment. The artillery crew nearest him is wiped out in a single naval strike. He counts shells, barely enough to last another few minutes. He wonders how it will end, if any of them will survive. Outside, the beach is chaos. Soldiers climb over wrecked landing craft, dragging the wounded. Medics move frantically, ignoring the rain of shells. Smoke, fire, and sand mixed into a choking haze. Tanks push forward, flattening obstacles, crushing barricades, spreading death and destruction with unstoppable momentum. Pluskat watches helplessly as every line he fortified collapses beneath this overwhelming tide. By 8 a.m., only 2 guns remain, their crews exhausted and nearly frozen with fear. Less than 40 shells remain. The horizon, once a thin line of water, is now filled with movement. The American advance presses inland, vehicles, artillery, and soldiers moving in perfect, terrifying coordination. Resistance is breaking. The Atlantic wall is crumbling before his eyes. At 8:45 a.m., silence descends on the last positions. His men lie dead, wounded, or captured. Pluskat stares at the beach, alive with movement, burning vehicles, medics darting across the chaos. The invasion has succeeded. What was once an impenetrable fortress has become a foothold for the Allies' advance into France. Major Pluskat survived. His testimony became one of the most famous German accounts of D-Day. He said the moment he first saw the endless Allied fleet at dawn, he knew Germany had lost the war. Despite inflicting heavy casualties, the 352nd Infantry Division was overwhelmed, over 1,200 men killed, wounded, or captured in the first 12 hours. Omaha Beach had resisted, but it was not enough. The fury of D-Day had begun, and for Major Pluskat, dawn revealed a simple truth. The tide of war had turned forever. The Atlantic wall was breached, the beach taken, and history was written in blood and fire.